CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Najahe Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look at today's top stories.
This is a next weather alert from CBS News Miami.
And right off the top, it is a next weather alert day. Taking a live look at the radar, you can see storms rolling in. Now let's take a live look outside. Showers and storms are moving through right now. You can see it's a cloudy, overcast day. Let's get right to next weather meteorologist Cindy Pressler with the latest on a very busy Wednesday afternoon.
These storms came in from the west side of the state. They're moving eastward rather quickly at about 25 miles per hour. We're going to keep this alert going at least through 8 o'clock this evening. I think by that time things will start to calm down, but we could still see damaging winds, isolated tornadoes. Even the severe thunderstorm warning that we had over Broward County, which is now expired, that had the possibility of a tornado dropping out of that, so you got to keep that in mind. Hail possible. We've had a hail report. Heavy rain with street flooding. Yes, these storms are putting down some pretty heavy rainfall. As much as 1 to 2 inches now has already fallen in spots. So these storms moving quickly all the way through Broward County, Miami-Dade, now kind of bumping up against the East Coast. So this one still looking pretty good. A lot of lightning here has moved through the western area, now is headed for Pompano Beach in the Fort Lauderdale area. You put a track on it, you can see it moving into Wilton Manors, Sea Ranch Lakes, Hacienda Village, Fort Lauderdale area around 4 o'clock right now. So we're going to see these heavy downpours and a lot of lightning. Could be some gusty winds with this. So this is a cell that we're going to keep an eye on. And then another one further to the south over Miami-Dade has gone through Coral Gables, has dropped a lot of rain between Coral Gables and Palmetto Bay, the Kendall area. This is now a flood advisory in effect until 5:30. We've got some runoff here, some street flooding, low poor drainage areas mainly you want to watch for. This is now moved over Key Biscayne. Downtown Miami has been picking up some pretty heavy rain, so a few little showers and storms still developing here. Hollywood, just to the north of Aventura, North Miami, Surfside, Miami Shores area, you're still picking up some fairly heavy rain too. So the atmosphere has been primed for this today. If you're heading out the door this evening, do expect to see showers and thunderstorms 5, 6, 7. By 8 o'clock, this should come to an end, at least for now, but there's more on the way for tomorrow. If we track this out, at least according to this model, this rain tracker here, 7 o'clock looks like this is going to be about it. And then by 8, 9 o'clock, just mostly cloudy skies. We'll get a break overnight. And then look at this, by tomorrow afternoon, again, a few showers and storms. We are waiting for a cold front to finally move through. It'll be weak once it does, but it'll bring in a little bit calmer weather heading into the weekend. And we're not looking for any rain chances really until we get to Sunday. So if we track this out, drier air behind this frontal system finally, and it looks like by drier but warmer air coming in this weekend as a warm front pulls through. Sunday with highs in the upper 80s, we're looking at record territory for there. And the humidity, once that front moves through, that will drop. So I think next week we'll get back to that drier air. So here's your forecast now for the next few days. As for tomorrow, we're looking at 82 degrees with still a 40% chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms. So another day of this. We're going to have to keep an eye to the sky. Friday, 84 degrees, slight chance for a shower. Saturday looks dry, but look at the temperatures now. 89 degrees on Sunday. If we hit that, that would tie the record high. Cooler, drier air comes in next week. But for tonight, keep an eye to the sky at least until about 8 o'clock tonight.
Cindy, thank you. Sounds like a tough 48 hours ahead. And on this next weather alert day, heavy rain overnight left its mark. Too much for this tree. It ended up damaging a house in Coral Gables. We have live team coverage for you tonight on the severe weather in South Florida, the very latest starting tonight at 5. A dangerous drive in Miami. A mother and her 9-year-old child struck by an SUV. It happened while they were crossing the street. Chopper 4 over the scene. This is along Northeast 2nd Avenue and 54th Street. You can see that red backpack on the ground and a street sign knocked down. Police say the driver did stay at the scene. Both victims taken to JMH trauma. No word yet on their condition. Now at 4, a wild robbery caught on camera. A woman riding on a scooter when someone snatched her purse. CBS News Miami's Peter Dinch explains what happened.
Miami police are asking for the public's help involving a violent robbery of a woman who was a passenger on the back of a scooter. It all happened early in the morning of February 18th, where she was stopped at a red light at an intersection. A car pulls up, a man jumps out, and he violently grabs the purse from this woman, knocking her off the scooter. Surveillance tape shows some dramatic images. Miami police are calling the suspect, in this case, a thug. They say they want to get him off the street. We will hear from police in our story coming up tonight, starting at 5 on CBS News Miami. In Miami, Peter Nash, CBS News Miami.
An update on a fatal double shooting in South Florida yesterday. We now have pictures of the victims who were killed. They are Macon Son Paul Jr. and Rasad Sawyer. It happened in the area of Northwest 10th Avenue and 55th Terrace. Police say one person died at the scene. Two others arrived at a police station with gunshot wounds. They were taken to the hospital. Officials say one of them later died. Anyone with information should call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers. The number is 305-471-TIPS. When we come back, buy it and get it on the same day. The new service from Target and how you can qualify.
For many, marijuana is medicine. Doctors say it treats
sleep, depression, focus, concentration,
among other things. But should the need for weed also include fun?
And while I used to be all for it, I'm somewhere in the middle now.
Either way, recreational use may hit the November ballot. I'm Chelsea Jones. I'll tell you why, if voters say yes, our economy could enjoy high earnings tomorrow at 5:30.
Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley makes it official. She is suspending her campaign for the Republican presidential nomination. This is following the results of Super Tuesday. Former President Donald Trump is projected to win virtually every state that held a primary yesterday. Trump is now just 162 delegates shy of the total he needs for the GOP nomination. President Biden dominated on the Democratic side. Let's get right to CBS News Miami's Natalie Brand live in Washington, D.C. Natalie, you have a breakdown of what happened and what's next.
Good afternoon, Naja. And once the two officially clinch the delegates needed and their respective party nominations, we will see potentially a sitting president face a former president in what will be the first rematch of its kind in more than a century. We are heading into what's expected to be a very long general election campaign season, but political analysts say across both sides, across these two candidates, there are warning signs about their levels of support.
The time has now come to suspend my campaign.
Nikki Haley made history as the first woman to win 2 GOP presidential primary contests, but it wasn't enough to slow former President Donald Trump's march to the nomination.
I said I wanted Americans to have their voices heard. I have done that. I have no regrets. And although I will no longer be a candidate, I will not stop using my voice for the things I believe in.
Haley, Trump's former UN ambassador, stopped short of endorsing him. Her campaign says there remains a large block of Republican primary voters expressing deep concerns about the former president.
It is now up to Donald Trump to earn the votes of those in our party and beyond it who did not support him. And I hope he does that.
CBS News exit polling from North Carolina shows most Haley voters are not committed to supporting the GOP nominee. She attracted independents like Donna Patterson.
I told my friends, if Nikki drops out, I'm voting for Mickey Mouse. I don't like either one.
As President Biden and former President Trump prepare for a general election rematch, both campaigns will be trying to win over Haley's supporters.
We have a great Republican Party with tremendous talent, and we want to have unity, and we're going to have unity. And it's going to happen very quickly.
The Biden campaign acknowledges national polling shows it will be a close race, but says Super Tuesday confirmed Trump has not expanded his appeal beyond his base and argues 10% of voters or more remain undecided.
Now, the Biden campaign in a statement says it has a place for Haley's supporters. However, I spoke to one of them this afternoon after Nikki Haley's announcement. She said there's a lot of talk right now about people looking for potential third-party candidates. Now, prior to Super Tuesday, Nikki Haley said she would not run as an independent or on the ticket of the No Labels political group. No Labels, meanwhile, which has been throwing out the possibility of potentially running a ticket, says it's going to be meeting this Friday to discuss that group's next steps. Naja.
Yeah, still so much in the air. Natalie, thank you. Next Thursday, CBS News Miami is partnering with the Miami Herald, WLRN, and Univision 23. We will moderate a town call. It is called Voters Decide the Hispanic Vote 2024. CBS News Miami's Elliot Rodriguez will have a 1-hour special. We are streaming it live on CBS News Miami, Pluto TV, and the CBS News Miami app, and on our sister station TV 33 at 8. On the Consumer Watch, Target will soon launch a new paid membership. It offers same-day delivery. The program is called Target Circle 360. It includes unlimited free same-day delivery for orders over $35, as well as free 2-day shipping. It promises delivery in as little as an hour. The program launches in April for $49 a year. We are following several developing stories for you tonight. Here's a look at what's coming up on CBS News Miami at 5. Houston, we have a problem. A flight headed to Fort Myers from Texas forced to turn around. An engine failure led to a fire. We talked to passengers on board about the scare in the sky ahead at 5. That's your CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Najahe Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami, and stay with us for the very latest on today's severe weather.